Good morning, J2s. This is your poem for the week. It's called Baa Baa Black Sheep. We're going to carry on with nursery rhymes for a few more weeks because we know that you're familiar with these before we switch our poetry focus. So I know that you'll be able to tell me all about what a nursery rhyme is. You know that it's a very old form of poetry and it often has some interesting language, sometimes language that we don't have or we don't use anymore. This poem is actually from 1731, so it's a very, very old poem. You can see that it is made up of just one stanza with 7 lines. It's got some words missing, and these are the words down here, and we'll talk a little bit about those. So just like we do at school, you'll have to fill in the missing words. I think most of you will have heard this nursery rhyme before, but we're going to read it through a few times. We'll talk about some of the tricky words, the vocabulary that you'll need to know, and what the poem is about. And we'll also see if there's some rhyming words as well. So let's have a go. This is called Baa Baa Black Sheep. Baa Baa Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master, and 1 for the dame, and 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. Let's fill in the words together, the ones which are missing. So down the bottom we have the word 1, down, and yes. Now we need to work out which one is missing. So let's go up to the top. Baa Baa Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir. 1, sir? Yes, sir. Down, sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir? I think that one sounds right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write yes in here, and then so I know I've used it, I might just put a nice neat line through that one. And then let's check. Baa Baa Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir. 3 bags full. That sounds right to me. 1 for the master and down for the dame. And 1 for the dame. I think that one sounds right. So let me write 1 in there and then pop a line through it so we know down will probably be the last one. But let's check. 1 for the master and 1 for the dame and 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. Write that one in there. Fantastic. Now, as you were reading, you might have come across some words that you weren't sure of. These were the ones that I thought might be a little bit tricky. Master, dame, and lane. 1 for the master. Have a little think to yourself, what could that mean? Because we know it's a really old poem, this is one of those old words that we don't often use anymore. But a master was someone who would have people working for him. So he was quite an important person. He was in charge. A dame is another word that we don't really hear too often anymore. But it's a title for someone, for a female, so a girl, a woman. And it could be used as a female version for a knight. And then the last one, lane, is usually used as a descriptive word for a narrow road in a country. So that gives us a clue. We know now that this poem is set probably in the country, because we know that sheep live in the country and lanes are those little narrow roads that you'll find in the country as well. Who's the main character? Or who is the poem about? Yeah, probably the sheep. And so we know the setting is probably going to be in the country. I think so too.